أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي من أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم صدق الله العظيم. I have a slight delay in the recitation of that just because I'm trying to fix the error. And I want to always make sure that I keep fixing it right. Because anything you've been reciting from memory for probably like 30 years, which that's how that surah is. And also because I have eye problems, I can't read that much. I have to use magnifying glasses to read. I gotta probably go to the doctor and get glasses or something. My mom and dad both had glasses, so it's like a genetic thing. But I got pizza if you guys want any. I make pizza, cheese pizza, and I cook it just right so it turns out brown like that. You gotta broil it. It's gotta be in broil. Like if you do bake, it won't like brown the cheese on the top. But I gotta have it brown a little bit. Prophet Muhammad SAW actually advised us. He said, if anything's burnt, don't eat it. Do not eat it. And they figured out now in modern medicine that eating burnt stuff actually causes cancer. Like your body can't really digest it. It's like fried and it's a bunch of chemicals, basically. It's not the food that it originally was. So like in this, there's like something a little bit burnt, a little bit down at the bottom, right there. It's just like overcooked. But I'll still eat it. I'm not gonna throw it away. And like even here, there's like a little spot that's burnt. But a lot of people don't realize that causes cancer. Eating burnt food causes cancer. Like if you ate burnt food every day, you'll get cancer in like a month. If you're old and unhealthy naturally, and yeah, people don't know that. There's a lot of wisdom in faith and religion of what Prophet Muhammad said. And honestly, I should just be talking about that right now. Um, a lot of times I just get bored with TV. Whatever's on TV, I'm not interested. Totally. Like I turn it on as a type of psychoanalysis. I like the documentaries, the police documentaries where they talk about real crimes that happened and they explain all the stuff. I like that kind of stuff, and I like sports. I'm really into sports, but all that fictional stuff, I have no patience for it. I don't. And I have had a lot of friends who would invite me over for like movie day or something, and I just never really got along. Like they would get upset. They would start thinking that I don't like being around them because I don't like watching fiction. I just always been like that. Because the way I look at any action that I do, I always look at what are the benefits of it. What are the pluses and what are the minuses. And fiction to me looks like it's all minus. You're gonna learn a method, what I call fictioneering, which is pioneering with fiction, with fake stories. Like, oh, what should I do in this and what should I do in that? Uh, this situation, that situation, and then right away you're like, oh, remember in that movie when he did this and it worked and he was successful and he got the lady and all this and all that, and you're like, yeah, that's right. And so then you follow that path, and that's why I say fictioneering is a parental mental disorder because it makes people believe stuff that's not real, and then it makes them live their life by stuff that's not real, and that's to be honest, that might be the essence of all mental disorders is some type of delusion. You have some type of delusion. Like say you hear voices or you hear people talking to you. Uh, that's some type of delusion that's being activated by your mind. But I would like to say, well, what is that called again? Dang it. I'm like rusty right now on the terms, some terms. Shit, not schizophrenia. Uh, multiple personality disorder, whatever they call it. They got a technical name for it. Where you hear people, you hear voices, and they always say you hear it from the back of your head. You hear the voice from the back of your head, which that's very interesting psychological information because According to Islam, they said that you can read some of the hadiths, and it says the way the demons whisper into you to encourage you to do this or do that is in the back of your head, which is so weird that like people who have, dang it, I I would go on my phone and Google the name of it really quick. I can't believe I forgot it. It's that personality disorder or mental disease where you hear voices. You hear people talking to you all the time. And the reason why I talk about it right now is because I tell people that I hear angels. And one thing about having angels talk to me and then listening to me is I never saw them. I never saw them and I never heard them. That's the interesting thing, and I always thought about it. Why is that? I'm not afraid to see them. I'm not afraid to listen to them. And I realized one day, I said, they're smarter than you, bro. They know better. They know what's up. Because people are going to say right away, you're hearing voices. He hears voices and he thinks they're angels. But you don't see them and you don't actually hear a voice. So that breaks that whole mental disorder. It can't be that mental disorder at all. And then people can always say that I just said that just because I know enough about psychology to like confuse everybody, which it's not true, because I've been talking about it since 2024, and I always said I couldn't hear them and I couldn't see them, and I described how it comes. It's almost like if they say something to me, it's almost like they just inserted it into my brain. That's what it's like. That's the best way I can describe it. Like, all of a sudden, I get a memory. I'm like, man, who said that? What did they say it? What did they look like? That's kind of in the beginning how it was. That's how I know something is in hand. Or it's really from angels. And I think God can do this too. It just inserts a memory into your brain. And the proof of it, I can give people proof of it. And I can talk about different ilham that I got. One proof of it is, well, how long ago was this? In 1990 or something. So that's 35 years ago. 35 years ago, I met this guy named Abdul Hakim. I didn't really talk to him. I seen him talking to other people, and we were all a group of people who were traveling in a vehicle, in a big truck. And I had just seen him, but one day I heard him give a then. And he's like, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. But the way he did it real feminine. He was like, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And my whole instinct right away was like, is that halal? Are you allowed? Are you supposed to make a sound like that? I mean, it sounded good, but it sounded like he's singing it. He was doing like, I think there's something not right about that. But I tell that so people can judge the ilham that I had. Because at the time I didn't think he was gay. What I thought was he really likes music. He's a music lover. Because the way he did it then, he made it sound like a musical song. I didn't think anything about it sounding gay or anything, but the ilham came like after Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Shalom Alaihi, Shalom Alaihi, Shalom Rasulullah, Shalom Rasulullah, and then all of the ilham came. He's gay. Or the guy making that then is gay. I can't remember if it said that guy making the then was gay or if it said he's gay, but it was talking about him. And it came just how I describe it. Like, who said that? Did somebody say that? It's almost like I heard somebody say that. But I don't remember a face or a voice. And that's how ilham is. And I think that's from God to defeat all attempts at people saying that's delusion. Because ilham, messages that come to me, and I act on them, are actually good for everybody. Like I need to know this stuff. But I stuck on that guy for a long time because that was probably one of my first clear ilhams that like bugged me. It bugged me a lot. Like, why am I hanging out with a bunch of Muslim guys and the one giving that end is a active homosexual? What's that? So I stuck on him a lot. Like, people would say I'm his friend. His name is Abdul Hakim. They would say I was his friend for a long time, but in all reality, I'm doing psychoanalysis on him. I'm studying him. I'm trying to figure out, was this at him or am I going crazy? Because it was one of the first times. I was only like 15 years old, 16 years old. The only time before that I was 14. And I talk about in other videos where God revealed to me, you are going to produce something very valuable and very wanted for all humanity. And that was at a time when I studied a lot and did a lot of science and math and stuff. So that was something I really needed, and that was something that multiplied my amount of work by like 10. It made me like work really, really, really super extra hard. And people can say, oh, that was just a delusion. You just wanted to believe that. And it made you work hard. It made you actually do it. People can say that. But because of this other situation, which is also at him, because they all come in the same way. So I always recognize it. Oh, that's at him. Like nowadays, I'm like, oh, an angel brought that. That's a message from God and the angels. That's a real message. You're supposed to know something. So why would God give me a message about a guy and say he's gay? So I stuck on him because I wanted to learn more about it. I wanted to do the psychoanalysis side of it. Like, are you delusional, or was that really at him? Because that might, if I had to count, that might be the second time I ever received it at him. And I was 16 years old. So I stuck next to him for like almost 10 years. And he always needed help, so I would always be there helping him out. Like trying to fix his car, trying to help him move, stuff like that. The other thing is, he smoked weed and I smoked weed. So, but most of the time, he never really helped me get any of that. Most of the time, I just gave him charity. Most of the time. But anyway, I just hung around him. And it took about 10 years. And he's an interesting story. Like, for example, his own daughter liked me a lot. She had a huge crush on me. And, like, she probably wanted to marry me. I know this after she got married to somebody else and got divorced. And the way she acted to me after she met me, almost like I should have married you to begin with. I don't know why I married that other guy. Because he was kind of off. But that's how she was acting towards me. And that's how I kind of sensed that, like, she always liked me ever since she was little. Because I always knew she liked me since she was little. But she was younger than me. So I was like 18 and she was like 7 years old or something. So she was what? 10 years younger than me, which is not that big a deal when you're older. But anyway, his own daughter liked me, and he stood against the marriage. For the whole reason is because he's attracted to me. He wants me to be his gay partner. And then it came around 10 years into it, and I think he started losing hope and doing stuff that he wouldn't actually do. Like him and his friends, which are all a bunch of gay Muslim guys, active gay Muslim guys. So there's Abdul Karim, there's Idris, there's Ilyas, there's Asad Al-Sood, who is actually bisexual. He's like into multiple things. But everybody in the clique is all actively gay. Like people who are joining a religion in order to suck religious people who can't get married into their homosexual ways, which is like more common than you would actually think, especially in something like an Indo-Pak Dawah Jamaat where people sleep in the masjid and stuff. That's why I tell people keep your kids away from it, because I counted more than 30%, something like half of them, and then a lot of their top leaders. Like one of their top leaders, his name is Umar Abu Bakr, who's also friends with Abdul Hakim, like close friends. He was also actively homosexual. So he was kind of like a pope figure, like a leader, religious leader type figure. But he's actively homosexual, and he drugged me and raped me inside of a mosque. So it was him, me, and one other person. So 3 people sleeping in this mosque, in this room. So we slept there, and when I woke up, I found semen right here, underneath my shirt. Because I thought somebody might have dropped something on me while I was whatever. But I looked at my shirt, and I was like, why is the shirt not wet? How come it's just down there? So I peeled it off, and I'm like, oh, it's some sticky stuff, like semen. Is this semen? Oh, it is semen. Yuck. Like, you know that smell. Yuck. Somebody like nutted on me? That's crazy. So, what that really means is, when he drugged me, so I was drugged, so I can't actually remember it happening. And all I can say about that is alhamdulillah. Because if I wasn't drugged, I would have killed him. Just for trying. If he tried something like that. But anyway, that's Abdul Hakim's like teacher. So Abdul Hakim is actively gay, and he spent 10 years. And after 10 years, him and his gay gang, it's a whole gang of Muslim guys who are actively gay and they can't stop being gay. And they start talking in a way that they never talked before. Like what? Like I will never get married. I don't like women. And I got mad. I argued with them and I fought with them. I was like, why would you say that, man? That sounds discriminatory. That sounds like sexist. Like, why don't you like women? Women are just like us. Men are just like women. Like we're human. They're human. Well, they're different. Maybe they're different than us, but you can understand. I'm like, I'm all giving this whole explanation of what's wrong with you guys. Why don't you like? Why would you say you don't like women? You had a bad wife. Okay, that was just one lady. Like, there's somebody else. And the whole time I was with him, I always kept trying to. I saw that he talked to ladies real easily in any store, and he always had a good relationship. And I'd always be like, hey, you want me to go talk to her and get her number for you? Like, I'm trying to hook him up to get married because I didn't know something. But after 10 years, they start talking all this gay stuff. Like, we don't like women. I'll never get married. I'm going to die single. I'm never going to get married. I'm like, why would you say that? What's wrong with you guys? Like, really, like, I really don't understand that. Like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? And what they're really trying to say is, we're gay. Be gay with us. That's what they're really trying to say. And I sensed it. I think these guys are gay. Because I still have the memory of Ilham from 10 years ago. That guy's gay. He's homosexual. And I tell people now what that Ilham really means. Sometimes Ilham comes to you, you don't really understand it. What it really means, that guy is gay. He's attracted to you. He's going to try to be your friend because he wants to get in your booty. That's what it means. And so after 10 years, they're talking all this gay stuff. About how much they hate women, how much they don't like women, how much they don't want to be with women. All this weird stuff, man, which bugged me out big time. Like, right away after that conversation, I'm like, I got to stop hanging out with these guys. I don't like these guys. The way they say they don't like women, I don't like them. And and then the Abdul Hakim guy, one day, I'm always helping him fix his computers, which I do that with almost everybody. Everybody knows that I'm the computer fix guy. I can fix, like, hard drives, whatever. Anything that's broken on a computer, I can make it work again. So they know that. So I'm always fixing on his computer. So I'm busy fixing on a computer for him. This was after all this stuff, and I'm, like, already thinking I should stop hanging out with this guy. So I'm busy fixing his computer. And keep in mind, they're, like, revealing their homosexuality now at this point. They're starting to reveal it. Because, I'm not walking into that mess in any way. I'm not into that. So I'm not walking into it. So they're just starting to reveal it. So I'm fixing on his computer. And just like how I can see this screen, like, his head could be here and he could see everything. It literally where my hand is, how far it is. But he kept creeping. His head was like this. And then he started turning towards me. That was messed up. I was like, I think I'm going to have to kill somebody right now. Because I already am figuring this out. These guys are gay. So he was going to try to molest me. That's this guy named Abdul Hakim who he tried to tell me in his attempt to reveal his gayness. He tried to tell me. He said, "Oh, Muhammad Isa, he molested me. He's gay and he molests people." And I'm all right away. I'm like, "You guys are the same age. What are you talking about? How would he have molested you? Because you're the same age." Because everybody keeps saying Muhammad Isa is molesting people because somebody told us that he did it to him, which is this guy. Suddenly now I'm figuring it out. I'm like, oh, this guy is the one who said that. But there's something wrong with this story. something very wrong with his story. You're the same age. You're tougher than he is. He's soft like a mug, and you're way tough. Like if he tried that and you weren't into it, you would beat him up. And I probably told him stuff like that. That's probably how I talked to him. I said, "You mean you both were gay and you both had gay experience together?" He got so mad when I said that. So mad, because it's the truth. They're both gay and they both had a gay relationship together, but he's busy telling everybody that he got molested to ruin the other person. And then that kind of like broke our whole relationship. But what really broke our whole relationship is when he got too close to me and was looking like he's gonna do something that I'm gonna have to kill somebody. Cause I'm not gay. If you try to touch me, I'm gonna hit you in the face so hard you're probably not ever getting back up. How would I do that? I would kick you in the face. I would kick you with max force. Like these pants are too tight. Like I'd be like, Kaka! In the face. Or in the neck. Basically break your neck and making you die unable to breathe. That's hard to do unless you know how to do it. You gotta do the pointy kick. Pointy kick. Like that. With a boot. And I got a boot that's like steel toe boots. So I'm gonna do a pointy kick. Right there. And then break your neck and then you're gonna die. You're not gonna be able to breathe. It's gonna swell up and then it's gonna stop the air and then you won't be able to breathe. It's just, I know a lot about biology. I learned about biology just from martial arts, to be honest. I learned everything about how the human body is made, primarily from martial arts. Like when you want to hit somebody, how you want to hit them. Like I see like really interesting hits, really interesting twists that can handicap a person for a long time. It takes a lot of practice to be good at it though. That's why I tell people I get in fights, and then angels and Jim Being protect me all the time, and they never let me get one punch in. And I said that's the thing that bothers me the most, like, because I got the mentality of like Bruce Lee, like I can annihilate him in 1 second. Like I told people in other videos, when somebody comes to fight me, if I spoke completely truthfully to them, which would cause them to laugh, I would say, hey man, you don't want to fight me because I'm going to kill you in 1 second. And then if I do, you're going to wake up straight to the torture of hell because you're an atheist. So I'm not just killing you, I'm sending you to torture. And then they would laugh. And then they would try to fight me and then I would kill them and then they'd wake up right in the middle of hell. Like, oh, that guy was telling something real, man, what the heck? I should have listened to him instead of trying to kill him. He did kill me in 1 second. Whoa. That's if I talk truthfully to people, but a lot of times I have to just run away. I don't want to kill him for multiple reasons. That's one of the reasons, the primary reason. Another reason is, you're going to go to jail and you're going to have to get a lawyer. You're going to have to pay a ton of money for a lawyer to prove why it was self-defense. That's another reason I don't want to do it. There's a lot of reasons not to like accidentally kill somebody, even if it's in self-defense. So people have come to fight me and I don't kill them anyway, even though it's totally legal because it's self-defense. But I don't want to do it. In my mind, I'm like, oh, even if it is self-defense, you're going to be in jail for 2 years until they prove it was self-defense. They still have to prove that it was self-defense and it wasn't just murder. They gotta prove that you guys weren't really friends and he wasn't mad at you and there wasn't like something going on and whatever. So I just wanted to talk about the benefits of faith. For me, it reveals a lot about me. So there's one Hadith Qudsi. I like Hadith Qudsi a lot. There's one Hadith Qudsi, this ain't the one I was going to say, but this one's interesting. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ana nafsi zaman fala subbu zaman. which is I myself am space time. So do not curse the space time. And what does that mean? What does cursing space time mean? It's like this year is cursed, it's horrible, it's wretched, it's just the worst ever. You're cursing space time, a space and a time. So, but that's interesting that God says I myself am space time because I don't have to see seven because the only Arabic word for time in Fusha language, and that's ever used in the Quran, is space time. That's the only word for time. Space time, a place and a time. And then there's like Ibn al-Arabi, who gave us a bunch of explanations of it because we don't understand everything all the way. But Ibn Arabi basically wrote Einstein's whole entire theory of relativity in all details, like 1,000 years before Einstein almost. Well, to be exact, like 600 years before Einstein. And he said time isn't real. Time is just something we experience because of our existence. But angels, this, angels that, and he said like for angels, 1,000 years is can be like 5 seconds or a second or less. And that's why I tell angels took me to a place, and the way I ended up, the amount of time that passed was 1,000 years, and it was 1,000 light years away. And I swear on Allah, I swear to you, Wallahi, I swear on my God and everything I believe in. If I had to say how long that whole trip was, it was 1,000 years. And then how long was it on Earth? Like 5 seconds. So in 5 seconds, I lived 1,000 years with angels, and I don't know how they do that. I can explain it with using quantum field theory. Scholars would have to explain it, but it comes from the fact that angels are made from light, and light photons don't experience time. So for a light photon, 13.5 billion years, or like let's say 20 billion years, the life of the whole entire universe since the Big Bang, is less than 1 second for an angel. It, like all that is less than 1 second because they don't experience time. They don't actually have time because they're made out of photons. Quantum physics tells you that if you're a photon, if you could travel next to a photon and ask the photon, "Hey, you've been here since the beginning of the universe. How much time has passed for you?" He would say it wasn't even a second. What are you talking about? It's nothing. That wasn't even time at all. It just started. Just started just now. That honestly might be what a light photon would say to you. Like 20 billion years is not even a second to that light photon. So we know angels are made from light. So they're made from light photons. So they have that property. But I've experienced it. So then I understand how Ibn Arabi could have wrote about it. So I experienced the theory of relativity itself. Because according to the theory of relativity, if you travel for 1,000 years at the speed of light, and you come back here, keep this in mind, you're moving it at the speed of light. I'm not talking about time, I'm talking about space. So if you travel 1,000 years at the speed of light and come back to Earth, you'll find that like millions and billions of years have passed on Earth. Even though you were just gone for 1,000 years. To be honest. So time is kind of like that for you. Because you're moving at the speed of light. In the sense that large amounts of time is just like boop, a little bit. So in 1,000 years, it was like many years. But like, how to explain that? How to explain what I actually experienced? Like 1,000 years with angels was only like 5 seconds on Earth. I have to think about that and then come up with an explanation for it. A real scientific explanation. And it might give us new insight onto how angels actually operate. Like, how could you spend 1,000 years with angels, and it's only 5 seconds on Earth? That's kind of easy to understand that if you're a light photon, you can spend 20 billion years in the universe, and it's only a second for you. It's kind of weird. It's kind of strange stuff. In modern learning of quantum physics theory, they always say anybody who says they understand the theory of relativity doesn't really understand it. Anybody who says I understand it, I get it, they don't really get it. If you really get it, you'll say you don't understand it. Which, to be honest, that always blew my mind because I felt that way in the beginning, but I reached a point where I think I get this now. I totally get it, but in the beginning I felt that way. Like, I can't understand this for nothing, man. Like, how does this happen? Like, what the heck? Like, it's not really understandable. It's just, you just understand the mathematics of it. And you're like, oh, okay, I see how that goes. Like this and like that. Okay. Just based on the mathematics. But you can't really comprehend it really that much. Just like fifth dimension, sixth dimensions, even fourth dimensions. You only understand those mathematically that they actually exist. But nobody can actually tell you what a fourth dimensional, a fifth dimensional, a sixth dimensional cube or sphere is. Like if somebody says, what's a sixth dimensional sphere? Because the sphere that we know is three dimensional. But if somebody says, what's the sixth dimensional sphere? You can never really know what it is. You can know it mathematically. You can know how it's represented mathematically, but you can't really comprehend it. You can't really feel it, and you have no intuition for it. You can't really even perceive what it really looks like. To be honest, a lot of times they try to do stuff. They have a lot of videos where they try to like project fifth dimensional and sixth dimensional stuff into 3 dimensions, but that's like looking at a shadow of me and trying to figure out what I am. It's still a shadow. And only thing you can figure out, well, like, okay, is it a moving shadow? Oh, okay, he has arms. Oh, that's a human just like me. Okay. Something like that. But nobody really knows what fifth dimensional, sixth dimensional stuff are except mathematically. We can use it to calculate stuff, but we can't really understand what it really is. Or what it really looks like. To be honest. And all those videos that kind of try to put 6 dimensional, like the hypersphere or the hypercube, that's, what is that, 4th dimensional or 5th dimensional cubes and spheres? They call them hypersphere, hypercube. And then they have videos where they say, this is what it is, this is what it's like. Check this out. And they show you some 3D graphic animation. And really, it's not really teaching you much. It's just showing, what it's showing you is a 3-dimensional shadow of a 6-dimensional object, which still doesn't tell you much. And that's the kind of dimension that angels and jinn being are in. So jinn being are actually like that. So according to Islam, this is actually a scientific miracle of Islam if you really think about it. Because Islam says that the jinn being can see you, but you can't see them. They can make it so you can see them. They can project and show themselves somehow, but they always look like ghosts, kind of, so to speak. Not always. Like if they're really old and wise, they know how to not look like ghosts. But anyway, they can make a projection like that, but you don't really know what they look like because they're six-dimensional and fifth-dimensional, but they can see you, but you can't see them. And why it's a scientific miracle in Islam is because modern quantum field theory has already said there's 11 dimensions. And we live in 3 dimensions. And then they say time is the 4th dimension, but I don't agree. I don't agree with that. I would say time is the base dimension of all dimensions. That's what I would say. Time is the base dimension. Space time is the base dimensions. Uh, so all dimensions are formed from that. So it's questionable whether it's actually a fourth dimension or not. But fifth dimension, according to modern quantum field theory, they say there's 11 dimensions, and we live in 3 dimensions. So anything in the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth dimensions, like that. If there's a alien being that's made from those dimensions, they can see us, but we can't see them. Modern quantum physics theory already proves that mathematically. String theory also proves that a lot, because string theory has the most dimensions. They're the ones who have 11. But a higher dimensional being can see you, but you can't see them. They can interact with you, but you can't really interact with them. Like, they're in a place that's not accessible to you because you're a lower dimension. But all your dimensions are accessible to them. Like, that's why I say, you gotta say A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem to talk about them. Like, Jinn Being right now could just all of a sudden punch me. Like, people could see it and think I made a visual effect to make it look like I got punched. Like, oh, he made that. That wasn't real. It could have been really real. Like, an invisible alien being who hates me could come and hates the way I talk, could enter my house and punch me and leave. But actually, I can tell everybody right now, for a demon being to do that, and that's who would do that, the demon, not any jinn being, because demons are from the jinn species. For a demon to do that, they would get burnt and tortured, and they would get more hurt than they put on me. But a demon jinn being could punch me right now in the face so hard that I would just fall down dead. That could happen, but they don't want that. Why don't they want that? Because I'm a faithful person. They don't want you to die as a faithful person. They want you to die as an unbeliever, so you can go to hell forever. They hate your guts. They hate humans so much. It's like unbelievable how much they hate humans. I'm talking about demon beings. And the whole jinn being is all different. The demons from the jinn species, the jinn alien species, the demons are a small percent. And they all descend from Satan. They're all the progeny of Satan. So they're all his children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, like that. That's how it is, you guys. So I was going to talk about Psalm Allah talks about, and I come up to the conclusion that it's only about me. It's so much about me that I feel that when Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was told this, he said, "Who is that?" Like when he was told this, he was told that might be the only one like this. He might be the only one that ever existed like this. And what it is it's a hadith qudsi. It says, "Yustajibullah biwaladun la yalab," which means Allah takes great curious interest in a child who never plays, who doesn't play. Like, they just never had the habit of playing. Like, what I figured out, like when I first heard that, I knew that was me, because I know that I never played, and I desperately wanted it to not just be me, because I already sensed that I think I'm already the only one, because I already know that about myself. And I'm looking around, I think you're the only one that ever didn't play. You always study, learn, teach, do experiments. Like, you never really play. You're always doing something serious. So ever since you're born, since you're like 0 years old, as soon as you're born, you're like studying. Like, whoa, what does that do? Ooh, how do you make that happen? And how does that work? And whoa, how do you do that? Like I remember when I was like 4 years old, I learned how to whistle. I kept asking people, how do you whistle? I was so interested in it. So I wasn't really playing. I just wanted to know how people do that. Like what is that? What is that whistling? That's magical. That's like something amazing. And as soon as I learned it, then I would do it in kindergarten. I'd be like, I got a bad tooth, so it's hard to whistle. But like, so I do it in kindergarten all the time, and then because I just learned it, and then I got in a lot of trouble for that. The teacher like hit me, because in Egypt the teacher can hit you. And the funny thing is, the way she hit me in the worst possible way, which is hold you upside down and hit you on your feet. And what's the reason for that is they don't just want you to have pain getting hit. They want you to have pain every time you walk. They want you to remember the punishment. So they hit you on your feet. So then you have scars on your feet. So every time you walk, you're like, uh, uh, uh. And they use a ruler. And they use the flat part of the ruler. So it's like the flat part, like this. It hurts like a mug. It's the worst kind of way to hit somebody. And imagine a teacher, an adult teacher, hitting as hard as she can. Like, she's creating permanent scars on your feet. And you're going for the whole week, you go to school, like, looking like a handicapped person. Like, ah. And I remember I went and complained to my mom. I said, the teacher hit me on my feet. I don't know why. I was just whistling. And all I remember is my mom didn't care. She did kind of care, but her primary message was stop, stop being bad in school.
When he was a teenager, Robert had attacked his.
That was her primary message. It was just normal. Teachers hit kids in school all the time. So I don't know. I lived kind of a strange life. My life overall is very strange. Like, I'm trying to talk to ladies to get married and stuff, and I feel like, what do I feel like? I feel like they're still doing attempts at the op ladies, and it's kind of weird how I was like, I think all the attempts on my life are over. They spent too long and failed too long, so those are over with. But they keep trying to attack me with op wives. I don't know why they keep doing that. Well, I do know why. Because the character attack part is like perpetual. Because now I lived through all the attacks and I'm telling the whole truth. And they want to keep doing the character stuff to kind of try to prove that I'm messed up. So, one thing they do, the common thing they do with these op wives is they make them try to make me angry as much as possible. And it's kind of messed up how they own the whole internet. And for the past 15 years, that's all I can ever meet. In terms of trying to meet a lady online for marriage, that seems to be all I can meet. Like, they control the whole entire web somehow. And the way I figured it out is there one company owns like 99% of all the dating sites online. One company. It's that Christian company out of Texas. They're in like Dallas, Texas. They started out as a Christian company. I can't remember the original name, what it was. People remember it. It was the first ever dating site, but they own like 99% of them. And I was like, see, this is how they keep drowning me with op wives. I can't ever meet a lady online that actually wants to get married normally. All I meet is op wives. It's kind of like when I go on their sites, it's like my name is already programmed or something into something. So I just keep getting ops. And then what I noticed is the whole intention is to get her to make me mad. Just keep making me mad. Like, her intention, what she wants me to do is curse her out, say, you're a stupid piece of crap, you're retarded, you're dumb, you're this, you're that, and then so then they can just take all those messages and say, look at his messages, the girl he was talking to. And they won't tell you that I never met her, I never even seen her, I don't even know who she is. She might be a robot, as far as I'm concerned, to be honest. And they just want me to connect to fake wives, to keep insulting them because they keep doing the thing that pisses me off the most. The thing that I told them 1,000 times, if you keep asking me this, we're gonna break up. So they've done it like after they've done it like 100 times. I'm already gonna break up, but I just want to play the game a little bit just to see what they're gonna do and how they're gonna do it, stuff like that. It's like investigatory psychoanalysis to see how they play the game, and then I tell people how they play the game, so then people can be aware of it. To be honest, it's kind of like something that's happening real common right now. Somebody will call you up and say, "I won the lotto," or "I inherited millions, $100 billion," and I'm giving 50 people $50,000, and it's like, really, you just want to give me $50,000? And they're like, yeah, but we gotta send it to you. What's your address and all this and all that? I'm like, hmm. And I look at all the stuff they send to me. So like, she sent me a picture of a box filled with cash, and that's supposed to be my package. And right away, I'm like, that's fake. Nobody sends 50,000 like that. They send a check. So I know it's fake right away, but I'm interested to see what happens. But um, I ended up losing some money because I was using somebody else's money. I ended up losing some money. Like, she was like, "Oh, it's on its way." And then some UPS, some FedEx guy called me. He said, "Oh, we need $300 to make the delivery." I was like, "Okay," so I paid him. I just wanted to see what they're gonna do. And then later on, he's like, "Oh, the delivery people are holding on to it. They say they need like 400 or 900 or something." But anyway, I ended up paying him like $1,000 total because he said they need 400, 300, and then later on he said they need like 400 or 500. So then I just kept giving him. I just wanted to see how far they would go. And after I gave him the third amount of money, it was up to like $1,000. Then I knew he was gonna ask for more. He was gonna say they still can't do it and they need more. And this is supposed to be the FedEx guy, which is ridiculous. Like, somebody's trying to send me $50,000. Now you're asking me for like money. It's obvious a scam. But but he asked again for more money, and that's when I was like, "Go f yourself. You're a scammer." Blah 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 blah. Whatever. I just got bored of it. And I thought about it. I was like, the average person, how much would they pay to get that free $50,000? Would they pay up to $10,000 or even more? Because if you really believe in it, you might pay up to $20,000 to get that free 50. But it's all a scam. They're just taking your money. They're not going to bring you nothing. And I knew it was a scam when they sent me a picture of a box filled with cash. Like, that's my package. I'm like, no, nobody does that. I see why you made it a box full of cash. Because people are more likely to believe it when they see all that cash in a picture. And they did it really good. So the UPS guy sent me a picture of a UPS guy. The lady who supposedly won the lotto, she sent me a picture of herself, and you could look it up online. And I was like, oh, that's her. She did win the lotto. That's the real name of her. Like, she's really using the real lady's name in what is it, Telegram? I'm like, dang, she got the real lady's name in Telegram. Like, if you won the lotto, look online and find out if anybody's using your name, pretending to be you, and has a picture of you. Because they're probably screwing people over, telling them they're getting a free $50,000. It's kind of crazy what's going on right now. But yeah, I was involved in like, I'm still involved in that. Where like, I can't meet like a lady online to marry. But the weird thing about it is like that I even have to go online to get married because let's say I'm the most involved in the religious community I'm a part of, which is Islamic Muslim community. But I'm having a problem getting married, and then the guy who was gay, the Abdul Hakim, he's been telling people that I'm gay to try to make me turn into a gay. Like he doesn't want me to get married because he thinks if I get married, then his chances of making me gay, his gay partner would be automatically failed. So he runs around telling people that I'm gay, so that I never get married. So that might be part of it, but another part of it is like tribalistic stuff. So like people I know who are like from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, they don't really want to marry me because I'm not from their country. I'm like from Egypt, I guess. They don't see it that they're American and I'm American, that we're all American. They don't see it. They don't really see it that way. So they got some kind of backwards tribalistic thinking. I think tribalistic thinking, when especially when you immigrated to another country and being tribal, I think that's totally backwards thinking. It's destructive. So I'm just gonna leave it at that.